My mother-in-law shared my medical emergency publicly on Facebook to get attention for herself. Throwaway account and my first time needing to post here. I, 29 female, am 5 months pregnant with our first child, and on Friday night, technically Saturday morning, I woke up at 2 a.m. with some cramps and tenderness in my lower abdomen. It got progressively worse over the next 30 minutes and I finally woke my husband, 30 male, to tell him I think we should go to the hospital. Because it was the middle of the night, my husband waited until 9 a.m. to inform any family about the situation. He texted his parents, my mother, and his sister that I was in the hospital getting some tests done, but the doctors don't seem too concerned and he'll reach out once we get more info. About 45 minutes later, his aunt texted him that she was hoping for the best. Then his other aunt texted him. His sister called him and warned him that my mill posted on Facebook, "My daughter-in-law is in the hospital in serious condition. Please send thoughts and prayers to my unborn grandbaby. We may lose him or her." When my husband got off the phone, he left the room and I could hear him talking down the hall. When he came back, I asked him what was up and he said he'd tell me later once we know everything's okay. It turns out a section of my intestines is inflamed and that was causing what felt like cramps. I'll need to follow up with my doctor as it could be a chronic thing, but it's not related to the pregnancy and shouldn't affect it at all. Thankfully, baby is okay. I was discharged just after 1 p.m. and when we got home my husband told me what happened. He had left the room to call her and tell her to take the post down and she said it's her Facebook and he can't control what she posts. I texted my mother-in-law, "Please remove the post about me. It is a major breach of trust to disclose this medical incident without my consent, especially to do so as publicly as you did. Husband and I are very private people and we'd appreciate not having our personal information posted on Facebook. Please let me know when you've removed the post." She didn't reply, but the post is deleted. My mother-in-law later called my husband and told him I sent an incredibly rude text to her and he said he read it before I sent it and it wasn't rude, it was accurate. We're both annoyed and frustrated, but also really hurt that she used what could have been a tragedy to get attention for herself on fucking Facebook. My husband is going to call her in a few days, after everyone calms down, and tell her we don't want her disclosing any information about us or she won't get any info in the future. He hasn't had the "no photos of little one on social media" discussion with family yet, but he's going to address it then. Wish him luck. Update. Thank you all who read and supported me in my last post. My husband and I read the replies together and we're on the same page. No more info, gray rocking, letting her find out about the birth alongside non-family because she can't be trusted to keep it secret until we announce it ourselves. That has now changed. I thought I'd give more context about my husband's relationship with his mother and he has approved me sharing this background. Both he and his sister have told me my mother-in-law was emotionally distant when they were growing up and my husband even once said he feels like she only got married and had kids because she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, not because she wanted to raise a family and be a mom, but because she didn't want to work. And I know being a stay-at-home mom is work, but she didn't do much of raising them from what they've said. Thankfully, they are very close to their dad. When mother-in-law and father-in-law divorced, my husband and his sister opted to live with their dad. By the time my husband left for college, he really only saw his mother on holidays and had quick phone calls every few weeks. She lived 10 minutes away at the time. That eventually turned into seeing each other and calling once or twice a year when he started working and living his life. She was invited to our wedding, of course, but was pissed my husband didn't want to do a mother-son dance because they weren't at all close. She said everyone would judge them, but he stood his ground. She threatened to not attend the wedding and when we told her we'd miss her but we'll send photos of the event, she decided to still attend so she could perform the role of mother of the groom for everyone. We went nearly no contact after that. When we decided to try to start a family a year ago, my husband wanted to see if he could mend their relationship. Until that point, I'd only interacted with her about 4 or 5 times, though most of the effort was on his side. This is also when his sister tried to repair her relationship with mother-in-law, too, as their relationship was also strained. Back to the current issue. So, he wanted to wait until cooler heads prevailed before addressing what happened on Saturday. He called her on Tuesday and she did the whole, "Well, I'm sorry you felt I shouldn't have posted that" thing and I wasn't exaggerating, that's how I felt in the moment because I was scared and worried. She reluctantly agreed to never post about details of lives again. Yeah, sure. That's when my husband said that also includes details and photos of our child when they're born. We thought she'd lose her shit, but she said, "Okay, I understand. You're the parents. Wow, that's a win, right?" Last night, my sister-in-law called my husband and told him mother-in-law was bitching to her about how we won't allow her to post photos of the baby and warned us that she said we were fucking idiots, and that she set up a filter so that we can't see all of her posts and she'll post photos whenever she wants and just use the filter that blocks us out from seeing them. This is extremely concerning because not only is it a blatant crossing of a simple, rational boundary, but she collects Facebook friends like their Pokemon, so a picture of our child wouldn't just be seen by her friends and family, it'd be shared with hundreds of random people. My husband was livid and called her immediately and told her she's never getting sent a photo of our child because there is zero trust now. She said we were being unfair, that she has every right to post pictures of her first grandchild and we are keeping her from having the honor of being a proud grandmother. That's when my husband got really angry and told her she lost the honor of being a proud grandmother when she threw away the honor of being a decent mother. Not a great thing to say in the moment, but he'd obviously been bottling that up for a while. She claimed she was a great mother and was always there for him whenever he reached out, like it's his job only to nurture the relationship. And then my heart broke. He asked her, "What's my favorite color?" She was silent. "Where do I work?" Silence. "Here's an easy one. When is my birthday?" After a few seconds, she huffed and called us assholes and hung up. My husband told me he's done trying anymore. We are now no contact for good. It's heartbreaking that someone who should care the most can be so self-centered. This isn't just about social media, it's about trust, respect, and safety. Have you ever had to cut someone out of your life for your own well-being? Let me know how you handled it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. If you like stories like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.